Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How you guys doing? Yeah, it's still morning, yes. So I trust your night was good, slept fine, woke up good, woke up strong. I'm so excited to be doing this with you this morning. Yeah, so my name is Udeme. I'm going to be your trainer for this session on social media marketing for business. I'm here with Sandra, so you're going to be seeing Sandra in the chat joining us from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm joining you from Abuja, Nigeria. So what I want you to do for me before we jump in is that you should reach out to your team and let them know that we've started so that they come join us here. Okay? So reach out to the team and tell them we've started so that they come. We want to have a full house. A full house. Now, one of the benefits of having yourself present on a live session is because you can always get to ask questions, right? Ask questions. You may not be able to ask live questions at real time if you are just watching the recording, okay? So it's good that you are present at real time to be able to participate, ask questions, and we are just going to be as interactive as we've always been. So I want you to be able to communicate with me in the chat. So please try out the chat and make sure your chat feature is working. I want you to be communicating with us. I'm going to be throwing a few questions, and I want you to throw in a few questions to us too. We are happy to entertain questions from basically just everywhere. Okay, so if you have questions from what we'll be doing today, feel free. Questions from what we did before, feel free to ask. Okay, just feel free. And just again, it's a safe space. Okay, you don't have any challenge with maybe your question is wrong, your question is wrong. No problem with that. Nobody will throw stones at you. So feel free, ask us questions, communicate with us, answer our questions, engage with us, so that we'll have a great time here. And I want you to say something in the chats. So if you are here on this call, please say something in the chats. Say something. Let's know that you're here for real. And I know lots of you are from South Africa, so I believe South Africa is beautiful, is fine. This morning, the part of South Africa where you are is beautiful and fine this morning. Okay, please say something. And one other thing I want you to do for me, please locate the thumbs up button and smash it. Smash the thumbs up button. Smash the thumbs up button. Please do that. And then you're going to enjoy the way it splashes. I'm sure you will. And locate the subscribe button. If you're new on this channel, please locate the subscribe button and turn it on. Turn on that notification as well. All right. Okay. So let's do this. And we are still waiting for you to invite the rest of the team. So locate the share button. Okay. Click on the share button and copy the link from there. Then reach out to the rest of the team and invite them. So let them come. Let them come. Let them come. Let them come. So again, we'll be looking at social media marketing for business. Now I know a truckload of you are on one social media platforms or the other. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the rest of them. TikTok has gained a lot of popularity of late, and I'm sure you have a presence there. So let's be looking at a few ideas that actually speak volume about how you can use it for your business. Shall we? I will be doing this in 3 different segments. So first of all, we're going to be introducing, we do a little brief introduction to social media. And then when we are done with the introduction, we'll head over to the importance of social media marketing. And then we'll talk about the core pillars of social media. All right, so this is going to be my first question to you before we get started. My first question. So how do you currently market your business? How do you currently market your business? How do you currently market your business? So share with us in the chats how you currently market your business. Do you use social media, which is what we're talking about today? Do you use a Google Business Profile, which is what we discuss or will be discussing shortly in the future? Do you have a website, right? If you don't have a website, what do you use? Share with us. Do you do phone calls? Do you send text messages? Do you do referrals? Do you do affiliate marketing? So share with us what you do, the method you've been deploying that has been working for you to be able to reach your customers. How do you currently market to your customers? How do you currently show your products? How do you currently show your services to your customers? Yes, hello Jacinta. I see you, Jacinta. I see you, Queen. I see you, Tuki. And Loretta. Thank you for joining us, Tuki. And yeah, Jacinta, I see you. Nice to have you all. Please, again, reach out to the team and let them know that we've started. Tuki, okay, word of mouth, social media and word of mouth. Thank you so much, Tuki. And Terry from Cape Town, thank you so much for joining us. Loretta uses social media. Thank you so much, Loretta. Jacinta uses WhatsApp, text, calls, referrals. Thank you so much, Jacinta. Who else is not here? Who else has not said something? Please say something. If you are yet to answer our question, please say something. At least tell us your name. Say something in the chat. Let us at least know your name, all right? Terry, WhatsApp, social media, mails. Okay, you use emails too. Interesting. So how do you currently market your business? That is still the question we are answering right now. All right, so let's go on. While waiting for your replies. So we are looking out for more replies to come to us. Please be kind enough to drop some replies to us for us. Okay, so this is the first part, the introduction to social media marketing. Now, if I ask you, what is social media marketing? A lot of you would give me different answers based on what you understand about social media marketing. So in our own definition, it's just a form of internet marketing, which is very powerful for businesses of all sizes. It actually involves creating, sharing content on social media networks in order for you to achieve your marketing and branding goals. So your customers basically are already interacting with other brands through social media. And if you are not speaking directly to your audience through those social media platforms, the likes of Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, you're actually missing out. If you're not communicating, if you're not connecting with your audience through all these platforms, you'll be missing out on a great deal of clients. Social media marketing can bring remarkable successes to your business, can bring great success if you are devoted to it. Okay, so it involves posting text messages, involves posting messages, right? It could be written messages, could be images, could be video content, just so that you can get to be able to engage your audience, and sometimes you can even get to run ads if you have the funds to, right? So it's all in one thing, everything brought in together, whether you're doing it paying money or you're doing it without paying money. All of that, as long as you're doing it on social media platforms, becomes social media marketing. Okay? So you're thinking about the popular ones that are in your head: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, maybe Pinterest, maybe YouTube, maybe LinkedIn, right? Or maybe the popular almighty TikTok or Snapchat. All of those fall under the umbrella of social media. Okay, so one of the few things you need to consider, we are going to be looking at 4 of them when you're starting out your social media marketing. So some questions you need to ask when defining your social media marketing goals. Some questions you obviously need to ask when you're defining your goals or your marketing goals. What are you hoping to achieve? First of all, what do you want to achieve through your social media marketing? What is top on your lists? What do you hope to achieve? What do you hope to achieve through your social media marketing? Right? And now, after spelling out your goals, who is your target audience? Who are you targeting? Social media houses everybody. the young, the old, the rich, the poor, the high and the mighty, the timber and the caterpillar, and the rest of them. Everybody has a presence on social media platforms. We're going to be looking at each of them briefly as we move on. But just so you know that everybody is not your audience, okay? You are not targeting based on your product. If you are selling houses, you're not targeting students. Students won't have the money to buy it, obviously, right? A student is not your audience. You're selling cars. A student, when I say student now, I mean maybe from secondary school to university level. In a standard society, you're not expecting a student to be able to have the money to buy cars, right? Like, okay, that may change slightly because some students could be rich while in school and all that, but majorly, you're not looking for students. You're selling cars and houses. So you need to define who your target audience is. And you need to know which platforms this your audience actually exists. Which social media platforms do they use? You need to tell yourself, you need to make some research about where these guys can be found. You won't find them everywhere, right? You may not find them on TikTok, obviously. You may not find them on YouTube. You might find them on Facebook. You might find them on Instagram. You might find them on Twitter and LinkedIn. It may not be. So you need to make research on where exactly you're going to be finding the audience that you're looking for that are going to be buying your cars and your houses. So when you've done that, now what messages do you want to send to that your audience through your social media? What messages? What kind of information do you want to show to them? What do they need to see? Right? That will begin to entice them to come to buy your house or come to buy your car. You need to think about how to craft out your messages. Crafting out the messages could be written messages like text, like we mentioned earlier. It could be designs, graphics, visuals, that's just another type. Or it could be videos. Or it could be audio, depending on what kind of content you want to focus on. Because you need to know what information you'll be sending to your audience so that they get to do what you want them to do and pay you money. That is the aim, right? So you need to spell that out completely before you get started. Okay, so let's look at how social media marketing helps you meet your marketing goals. Now, first of all, your customers, the leads, and audience members always want valuable content from your business. And the content, all these contents needs to reach your audience member in a way that makes them feel natural and organic versus just being disruptive. You can just try to be disruptive once in a while. So content marketing as regarding social media actually helps your business to do this. Remember, the content is the videos, the text, the images that you are posting on your social media platform on the daily. And all of this describes the process of getting to attract people, getting to be able to engage with them, and delighting this your customers so that they get endeared to your page, right? It's by getting endeared to your page that they get glued to the page. If they get glued to the page, that means eventually, if you keep feeding them with content, if they have the money, they will pay, definitely. So you get to have an increased web traffic when you are using social media platforms, because you can add the links of your social media, the links of your website rather, to your social media platform so that people can click from the websites and it takes them to your social media place. Okay, so you get to have increased web traffic. You also have to you also gain the ability to build higher customer engagement because you build relationship between your customers and businesses, and that results in building loyalty across board. You can build relationship between customers, can build relationship between customers and you as a business person. You can get to raise brand awareness also, brand awareness raising, because you are sending out content every day. People are seeing you, and once in a while you can even run ads, and all of that will increase your brand awareness to show to people, okay, this guy is here, he's always here, right? And then you can gain more loyalty from customers, both pre-existing customers and old customers. All of them could form could create a great loyalty around that your space too. Can create your brand identity because When you're going out there, you're not going out as a person, you're going out as a business. With your logos, cover photo, and things that speak about your business, things that speak about your brand. So you can make yourself an authority in that space, an authority in that field. Now, when I'm thinking about brand loyalty, your mind should take you to any of the social media platforms that you've seen a particular brand that have already established themselves by being very, very active through the content they've been dishing out over time. And that is how it should be. Being available for people till your memory of them sticks in their brain, right? You can take example from any of the long-standing brands, maybe the Peak Milk, the Benz, the Samsungs, the Apples. There's something about them that sticks in your brain because they're always in front of you. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, whether they are selling or they are not selling, they are always in front of you advertising, right? And then social media also gives you the platform to engage passive clients, those ones that are just coming through passing. And you can also improve your communication, can improve your interaction with key audiences around your space. All right, so a couple of tips to consider before you start out. Now you need to consider your social media content planning. So building that content plan is very, very essential because you need to plan it out. Everything needs to be planned out. You can't just wake up and start marketing. You need to plan. Everything in life is planned. Life is planned, marriages, homes, business, it's not different in the social media marketing space. You need to plan it out and plan out your content too, right? So you need to get a content calendar. You can't get a template of a content calendar. You can always get can just use your spreadsheets, and just program it like every day, like the way calendar appears 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on Monday, Tuesday. So what do you want to post on Faith? Write it down. Is it going to be a video? What format do you want to use? Going to be a video or a text? You write it down. Who's responsible for that design? You write it down. What content are you using? You write it down. What time do you want to post? You write it down. For that number 5th day of June. Okay, maybe you want to post 3 times or 4 times in a week. You're going to write down what you want for maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Write it out. What you want to post and who is responsible for creating them. Create it out. Maybe you can plan it across the month. Some people plan it across the month. Some people plan it across the week. Some people, you don't want to wake up every day and think of what to post. No. You want to plan it ahead of time so that if there are any changes, you just know that it's just a change, right? Not something that's caught you unawares. So you want to plan out your content, right? As a social media marketing specialist or someone that is going to have results out of your social media campaigns. Okay, now you plan out your content and make sure your content is really, really great. Content should be epic. It should be catchy. What's the other word now? They call it hooks. There should be hooks around your content that should make somebody else want to come to see what you do. Right? So your content also, apart from planning it out, it should be great. You should communicate values. You should communicate. It should be relatable, right? Especially when you are speaking to a kind of audience that you can easily relate with you. Your content should be relatable, and you should be consistent with your brand image, with your brand identity. Your logos should be one logo. Don't change your logo every morning. Don't change your logo colors and your brand colors every morning. If you think about some brands, for instance, Peak Milk, I like using Peak Milk. Peak Milk has been in that one design ever since I knew it. Why wouldn't you know them? They've stuck in our brains almost for life. They've stuck in our brains almost for life. So there's this thing that's having one brand image, that consistency. There's this thing that it builds in the memory of people that are endeared to it over the years. It sits, the memory of it sits in you. So you want to be consistent with your brand images, with your brand identities. So stick to something. Don't be blue today, tomorrow you're pink, tomorrow you're black. Stay one place. Okay, and then also you need to track your competitors. Social media also gives you a way to be able to keep an eye on your competitors. So you need to also find a way to track what your competitors are doing, find out people in the same industry with you, what they are doing good, and what they are not doing good. What they are doing good, you copy it and do it, make it unique to you. There's no crime in copying. What they are not doing good, you copy it and do it good, and makes it to make you stand out. So you want to track your competitors and see what they are doing. All right. And then you should measure your success also with the insights that is present on all those platforms. There's a page for insights that actually explains to you what is happening, who came, demographic information, raw data, the male, the female that came, what they did when they came, how old are they, which location are they coming from. So all of this will form part of insight. You can determine if you're actually succeeding in your campaign or if you're not succeeding in your campaign. All right. Now, please, if you have questions, please throw it into the chats. I'm coming shortly to respond to them. So let's look at different social media platforms for marketing and for your benefit. So Facebook, which is top on that list, houses about 2.94 billion people every month, every blessed month. And that is a very interesting number that should draw your attention as a marketing person. Now, people may think Facebook has lost popularity. Well, in a little way, but trust me, Facebook still holds the numbers. Okay, and they've tried to be innovative over time. They are no more as boring as they used to be. A lot of features have been added to the platform of late, so you don't want to ignore Facebook as long as you are looking for the number of people. That as long as you are looking for numbers, you don't want to ignore Facebook. I don't think any platform holds up to that number of billions. As popular as TikTok is, more popular than the rest of them, Facebook still number one. So it's a low-cost marketing strategy where you get to share basic information about your business, share pictures, share photos. You can talk to existing customers, you can chat them privately, you can provide customer support, you can raise your brand awareness, you can promote positive word of mouth. Facebook can always get to steer traffic to your website because there's a place you can add a link to it. And you can also run targeted ads, right? Now, Instagram is the other one that actually is still owned by Facebook. You can add professional looking pictures and videos. You can use the Instagram stories. Facebook also has stories now, but Instagram stories is more popular. You can share content with your audience. You can interact with your audience. You can use hashtags. You can advertise on Instagram also. Advantage there is if you advertise on Facebook and you have an Instagram account, you can link the both of them. So the both of them can run simultaneously on the same budget. Okay? You can sell products to interested customers on Instagram. You can use hashtags. The hashtags work on Instagram. Hashtags don't really work on Facebook. Maybe not work is the word. Maybe not so effective. That's the right word now, right? And then you can think about LinkedIn, which is more of a professional place, right? So it's a great place for recruitment. It's a great place for building a professional network and connecting with your peers, with your peeps. It's a great place for you to meet industry giants, the juggernauts. You can always find them there. So you get to complete your company and personal profile on LinkedIn as well, where you get to, if you're a company, you can always get your employees to state on LinkedIn that they work with this brand, and that automatically populates the business or the company page that okay, this company has 8 employees, 5 employees, 20 employees. Okay, I can join an industry group, can engage with your network, can share product news, thought leadership content. LinkedIn gives you a platform to write a lot. And now Twitter gets you noticed very fast. It's a great place for quick PR, public relations, and now the who is who, whoever you can think about in this life has a presence. The big names, I mean, has a presence on Twitter. So if you can't talk to the president of your country, go to Twitter and comment. That's the closest way you can talk to them. If there's a bank that is holding your money, go to Twitter and call them up. They'll answer you fast. If you call their customer care, they may not answer you very fast. If you go to Twitter and call them out, they'll answer you very fast because everybody is always trying to be very careful on Twitter And just so you know, all these platforms have their spirits. You know, on Twitter, everybody is a little bit violent. On Facebook, everybody is just a regular human being. Instagram, you want to show your lifestyle and all of those kind of things. And you travel, that you went to space. You know, on LinkedIn, you want to be very official and corporate. On TikTok, you want to dance. On Facebook, on just every platform just has its spirits, right? So Twitter gives you that place you get to publish your content frequently. You can retweet, you can quote a tweet, and Twitter you have just 140 characters to write, except you are on the premium version. You can only post four pictures. On LinkedIn, you may not be able to post a lot of pictures. I don't know the maximum. I know I think it's 4. I'm not quite sure about LinkedIn. They can give you room to write a lot of content. People write a lot of content on LinkedIn. So sometimes if you're a lazy reader, don't go to LinkedIn. Okay. And then on Instagram, people do much of pictures and videos showing your lifestyle. And people write less on Instagram actually. Okay. Then Instagram does not permit you to post links. So you can only add links to the bio, your bio place on Instagram. Then on Facebook now, Facebook can write a truckload. You can post all the pictures of your life and they'll still be there. All right. So all of them have different features. So you just need to understand how this one works, the tone of communication on this platform, how people communicate on this platform. Yeah. And just so as a business, you need to try out all those platforms to know, okay, where exactly are my kind of audience? Maybe you should add YouTube. Maybe you should add the TikTok, the popular TikTok that is catching traction everywhere. So you don't want to lose out on clients that are present on TikTok. Okay. So popular TikTok, maybe you should try your content on all those places to be able to see what works and what's not working. Okay. Very, very important. Okay, so I'll take in my first pause to answer your questions. So if you have questions for me, please ask. Ask questions. I'm looking out for your questions. Loretta, do you have to post every day? Okay, this is how I'm going to answer that question. As a new business, if you are just new, now what we are addressing now is not for your personal use. You can decide to post every day on your personal accounts. Up to you. You don't want to post every day. Up to you. But as a business, in my opinion, you shouldn't overdo. Don't do too much. All right. I mostly recommend 3 to 4 times in a week. But don't stop being in front of people every week, no matter how bad it is. Don't stop being in front of people. Try to always be in front of your customers. Try everything possible to be in front of your customers every week, at least 3 times, okay, as a new business. So when you talk about posting now, we talk about different kinds of content. Be written content, video content, could be just graphics and designs and all those visuals. It's all up to you. It's all your choice how you want to format it. All right. I hope you got that, Loretta. I hope you got that. Any other questions? And thank you so much if you're just joining us. Balogun, Adejoke, Jalili, Queen, Terry, Jacinta, and everybody. Please reach out again to the team and let them know that we are here. The planning is a aha for me. Okay, yes, planning is very, very key. All right, so you can always reach out to Canva has a template. So you can check canva.com. There's a template there. You can check just browse on the internet. You can check for content calendars, templates. You see it, just download it and make use of it if you can't create one, right? So all of that will assist you. At least you'll be guided on what you are doing next and what you are doing the upper one. Okay, so you don't want to disappear and just show up one day. You want to always try to be in front of people, in front of your client, in front of your customers, every day, every week. You need to try. Yeah, it could be daunting, yes. And again, we always recommend that you're not actively present on all the platforms. Why we do that is because managing 5 social media platforms simultaneously could be a very daunting task. Very, very daunting task. All right. So you want to stick to the ones your strengths can carry. So you want to focus on maybe Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, or one of those. Right. But first off, you need to know where your audience is. Right. So what do? You test your content on all these platforms, gather the data, gather the information you have, gather the result you have from that test, and see where you had the highest interaction, the highest shares, the highest engagement, highest likes, highest retweets, whatever the situation is. Okay. Then from there now you're going to be able to know, okay, my audience is here, my audience is not here, my audience is here. So you focus your attention there. There it is going to be easier for you to manage maybe 2 platforms or 3 platforms. Remember, per post you make, you're expecting replies, you're expecting comments. So you don't want to lose track on the people that are actually engaging with you. So you want to be able to do them. Maybe you have the funds to pay a social media manager, right? But if you don't have the funds and you're doing it all alone, you may want to narrow it down so that you can manage it effectively. You can expand whenever you have all the time and all the resources to. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's go on. Let's go to the second part. Importance of social media marketing. So why is social media marketing important? Now, for those of you that are having a very strong presence on social media, you bear with me that it's a very important platform that could do your business, that could do you so much good, so much good. Yeah. So let me know why social media marketing is important for you. Thank you so much, Loretta. And yeah, so let me know why social media marketing is important. Please drop it in the chats while I just go ahead. Okay, so social media actually has become one of the most influential and the most important spaces, virtual spaces that actually exist. Not only used for social networking, just like what we knew it for, it is also a great place for you to show your brand, showcase your products, connect with people, build a network, advertise if you want to. So all of those make social media important. And just so you know, everybody's on social media around the clock, including you. Either you're on WhatsApp, you're not on WhatsApp, you're on Facebook, you're not on Facebook, you're on Twitter, you're not on Twitter, you're on LinkedIn. You're not on LinkedIn, you're on TikTok dancing, you know? So there's always that place, that point where you find yourself on social media. They say maybe you're working or you want to run a search on Google or you want to go to your email. You can bear me witness that your WhatsApp is always on around the clock. That is just how the trend has designed everybody to be. So it's a great place, a very, very powerful place for you to be able to catch people, to be able to influence people. All right. So you don't want to ignore social media, not for any reason whatsoever. So it is that important. Is that important the place that huge number of people, maybe about 59% of the world's population, are having a presence on social media. Okay, so you as a marketer, you as a business person, you don't want to miss out on the chances of meeting people, the great number of people that have a presence on social media. So you can imagine out of 8 billion people, about 60%, I'm sure that percentage should be more by now, more than 60% have a presence on social media. You don't want to miss that number, to be able to track them, be able to catch them, to be able to show your business to them, and eventually get them to pay you money. Okay. So 10 reasons why social media marketing is important for your business. First of all, you get to be able to tell your story, tell your business story. Having an online presence is actually a great way for yourself and for your business. Facebook, Instagram is a great place for you to interact with your audience, to tell them about what you do, connect with them, interact with them on a personal level, and that gives you a chance to tell your story about what you do. What's people can also tell stories about you as well as a business. Can inspire them through your successes and your failures, right? Inspiration could be both ways. What people say about you is one way, whether it was good or it was bad, and what you said about yourself, how you are able to present yourself to the general public. So now you get to tell your stories on social media platforms. You can also promote your products and your services. You can showcase what you do to everybody, and then you can stay top of mind with the people who matter the most with you. So business owners also need to be vigilant on social media platforms because they need to create this image about themselves. So don't be careless with your social media because it builds an image in the minds of people that gets to see you over time. So you don't want to be careless when you're out there, all right? And then you also have the opportunity through social media to learn about your competitors, people who do the same thing you do, right? You want to see how they do what they do, you want to see what they do, right? When they do what they do, and all of that. All of that can give you an idea, especially if they are being ahead of you in the industry. You want to learn from what's, pick a pinch, borrow a leaf from what they are doing currently so that you are able to also, practice your own and gain a niche for yourself as well. And then you can also get to grow your audience with a small budget. Sometimes you don't even need a budget. Sometimes you just do it organically without paying money, just a free post you're making. Or sometimes you just throw in a little money and run ads. Maybe on Facebook you can run ads with as little as maybe $10, just to test run to see how the platform works. All right, and then you can build in your custom audience. You can, build an audience based on different demographics, based on interest, and every other information that is present there. You can build an audience, a custom audience for yourself, and then all of this, if you bring them together, can increase your overall return on investment because you get to see more people that you don't even get to find physically. You get to connect with them through the social media platform, and then you learn the buying patterns of your ideal customers. Some customer journeys are very complex most times. They don't just wake up and start buying. Sometimes they can find out, that they buy, they want to look at your product first. They go back and analyze, spend weeks, spend months before they come back to pay. So all of that, social media can be that place that will help you to understand how customers eventually get to pay for your products. But you can't stop being in front of them, right? So marketing to them every day is what actually puts you in front of them, right? And then you can build relationship with your target audiences. Target audiences, you can build relationship. You can always comment. They can always respond to you. They can always comment, and then you respond, and then that engagement is there. The rapport is there. Sometimes you can even take it into your inbox, and then you can increase your brand awareness. Okay, brand awareness is top tip that you always want to pay very close attention to. You want people to know about you. You don't want to be the small brand that was known yesterday. You want yourself to be known. You want people to be aware that you exist, your business actually exists. All right. So the difference between organic social media and the paid social media is just very simple. The paid organic ones are the free ones, the ones that you just post, make a post. No, nobody is charging you for those ones. The free ones, just like you do on your regular posts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Nobody charges you for making posts. But the thing is, you are only going to meet your friends, your followers, and friends of your followers. Finish. But in the paid social media, you get to sponsor your ads. So you pay for the views, you pay for the actions, you pay for the clicks, and every other thing. But you can reach anybody, both followers of yours and non-followers of yours, as long as they fall within the confines of who you define to be your audience. Right, that automatically gives the paid social media an edge over the free one. Okay. All right, so let's look at some examples of social media campaigns. So we have the prospecting campaign, we have the retargeting campaign, and we have the conversion campaign. So talking about the prospecting campaign is all about reaching an entirely new set of customers who in the past possibly have interacted with your products or with your services. And these campaigns are mostly driven by outreach through the contents that you've made before that actually makes users to maybe take a pause to learn more about a product, to learn more about a service. And now the ideal outcome of or at this stage is not a purchase mostly. That's most times you get people at the awareness stage if you are defining it in terms of a search funnel. But most time what they do is just simply just to join the prospects of people that actually know about your products, know about your services, and know about your community. So you want to reach new people with your prospecting campaign. But with the retargeting campaign at that stage, they must have already known about you. Okay. So if you are drawing a sales funnel, the prospecting campaign is the top part of the funnel, which is the widest, the awareness stage. Everybody just falls in, right? Then the retargeting part is you being able to turn one or two of those your prospects, people that have already engaged with you before, into somebody that will get to pay. So you're just more like going back to them with targets, going back. You're targeting them again. So it's about identifying all those people that showed interest in what you did, showed interest in your product or your services, and gently just circling back to them to make them see, okay, you're supposed to pay for my products. Now you've showed interest. It's supposed to be you paying. Sometimes when you check up products on Jumia or Konga, you discover that maybe for the rest of the week, you'll be seeing products that you saw and maybe product in that line, right? Or any of those e-commerce platforms, they get to target you because you've showed interest already. Okay? And now the conversion campaign is focused solely on converting all these users into paying customers or getting them to take action. Now, again, you are defining a through a sales funnel, the awareness stage, the bigger stage where everybody pours in. You will target them by feeding them with content and it keeps funneling down, right? And then the conversion is where they get to pay. So at each of those stages, you are feeding them with content. You don't just because somebody showed interest, you let them go. It doesn't work that way, right? You need to keep feeding them with content, keep feeding them and circling back to them, running ads over and over again to retarget the same set of people. Then eventually you run a conversion ad for them to pay for it. All right. Or sometimes maybe if you are having, for instance, one of the loan apps can get 1 million downloads with nobody actually asking them to give him loan. So what you need to do in that case is to run ads for the people that have already downloaded the app so that they start borrowing money. Because that is where you guys can make money, when people borrow money. If not, you must have wasted the first budget of just making people to download the app. Hope you understand. The prospects, the retargeting, and the conversion. Okay, so creating your social media strategy will actually need you to find out a couple of things. And the first of them is for you to determine what kind of content will work, whether it's video content, graphics content, text or images, and then you need to establish a tone. How do you want people to see you? Do you want people to see you as very playful, very official? People want it to be seen in different ways. All right, you need to establish your tone. You need to also get to figure out what topics will resonate with your kind of audience, so you understand the kind of content your audience consumes. So you need to spell out all of this before you get started and go full scale with your social media marketing. Okay, now let's look at content for your social media strategy. Now it's very, very important for you to understand that your content does not just need to be anything you just wake up and the inspiration comes to you. You just go ahead and post. No, you need to actually establish that your content is relevant, content is useful, your content is informative, your content is educative, right? Content also should be entertaining, it should be shareable, it should be engaging, right? It's not just supposed to be just one bland way of stuff. Okay, the content should be informative, educative, relevant, useful, informative, entertaining. So it's not every time you are buy. Don't be too salesy, right? As a marketer, once in a while be playful. Once in a while jump on a trend, that is just jump on a trend that is making everybody laugh, and make your audience laugh too, right? You can't just be too official every time, right? That still goes back to the tone. You need to set a tone. the kind of tone you want. For those of you that follow Netflix on LinkedIn, Netflix, their social media handle on Twitter, you made me witness how they interact. You can just use a particular thing that is trending and just make fun out of it, you know? So you need to be creative in a way. You need to be able to relate, to send out information that relates with the kind of audience you are resonating with, especially if you are dealing with young people. Jump on trends most times. So don't be too official and too salesy around the clock. All right. So let's take another pause to answer your questions. Or maybe should I just skip these points? Then I can come back. The attendance has been shared. Please remember to fill in your attendance properly. Loretta, can you give us examples of paid social media? Okay, thank you so much for asking. Great question. Paid social media is when you run ads. For instance, you're on Facebook, you'll be posting content. So you just decide one day to run ads, right? That becomes paid social media. Okay, whether you're on Facebook or you're on Twitter, you want to run ads, that becomes paid social media. That means you're not just trying to get the people that you know and the people that you don't know, the people that know the people that you know to interact with you. You're trying to get people from an extended room of audience to interact with your content and your posts. So when you run ads, that becomes paid social media. When you're not running ads, you're just posting content and engaging with people. That is the organic social media. I hope you got that. Please let me know if you understand that. All right, thank you, Larita. Any other questions, please straight into the chat. Let's go to the last part of this presentation. So these are the core pillars of social media marketing. Core pillars of social media marketing. First of them is a strategy. Second is a planning and publishing. Third is the listening and engagement. And the fourth one is the analytics. And the fifth one is the advertising. So let's look at each of them briefly. So the first one, what as a strategy, what are your goals? So how can social media help you achieve your business goals? So you need to spell that out. What are your goals? So before you dive in deeply, before you publish content, you need to take a step back and ask yourself some few questions. Stop on that list. What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to gain? Some people run social media campaigns because they want to get more people to know them, want to get more brand awareness. Some people just want to increase their sales. So you need to spell out what you want first. We mentioned this. And what social media platform do you want to focus on? Remember, we said you test your content on all these platforms before you decide, where your audience is. So you can take like 3 months or 2 months in testing your content across all the platforms to be able to gather the information, the analytics, to know, okay, my audience is more active here, but not here. It's more active on Instagram, but not on Pinterest. Some of these influencers, if you notice, some of them have a strong presence on one platform than the other. Okay, that doesn't mean that they're not present. They just have a stronger presence here than the other. So you want to also find yourself and to be an authority in 1 or 2 or 3 of those places. And again, what type of content do you want to share? What type of content? Video, images, written content. Your content also should be entertaining, like we mentioned, should be relevant, should be useful, should be educative, it should be shareable, it should be engaging also. So most times when you see people make content and they're asking you, tell us what you feel in the comment section, they're trying to get engagement, So when you land on that note, they're trying to get you to respond to them. And that also brings a kind of interaction within you, between you and your customers. Okay? All right. So let's look at the second one, planning. You mentioned planning earlier. You can't plan. You can almost do nothing without planning. You plan it out. Plan your content. Plan the process of posting. Plan the result you get. Plan it ahead of time. So instead of just creating and publishing content spontaneously, you get to ensure that you are maximizing your reach on social media. So you need to publish your content that your audience like. At the same time, something that they like, not just something that people don't like. Just keep publishing. Maybe you just want to spite them, right? So you need to keep showing up in front of people and giving them the content they like, the content they love. So planning and publishing your content is very, very important. And again, if you don't have, you may not have the capacity to be posting as at when you're supposed to. So you can employ some content scheduling tools. The premium version of Canva has that alongside with its calendar. You can always schedule your post on Canva, the premium version, not the free one, please. All right. Then you have tools like HubSpot, you have tools like Social Bee, and all of that are all available that can help you to just prepare your content, send it to their platform, and set a time you want it to go, and just maybe take a trip. So it posts itself as at when you want it. Okay, and then you want to also check how the tempo of the day is before you make a post. You don't just want to make a post maybe when the country is mourning, or maybe something bad happened, and simply because you wanted to make a post at 12 o'clock in the day, you just went ahead to make the post at 12 o'clock. No, you don't want to do that, right? It will make you look like you are insensitive, and that is not proper for a business. You can do it on your personal page, it doesn't matter. But for a business, it will make you look like you are insensitive, and people don't like that, right? So you want to check the tempo of the day, how the day is. Some people believe you post, you have a fixed time around the day that you post. I don't believe in that. I believe you check how the day is, right? And make your post at when you find it comfortable, convenient, when you have your kind of audience going to be engaging with you. You're looking out for the young folks and the young guys in the young generation. You're not going to be people that watch football. You're not going to be looking out for those guys from the morning to the afternoon. No, you're looking out for those guys between 7 p.m. downwards. Like Champions League is happening tomorrow. Champions League finals is happening tomorrow. You're not looking for anybody before 7 p.m. Interestingly, you're not looking for anybody. If you are targeting the football playing class, football loving class audience, you're not looking for them before that time. So you should be able to know when you are supposed to be finding your audience. It doesn't need to be a fixed time, right? It can be flexible based on how the audience, the tempo of that particular day is, right? Okay, so just so you note, and also the listening and the engagement. So you need to also monitor your social media conversations, how people are responding to you about your brand, and all the offers. You offer support, correct people where you need to, correct the situation before it goes out of hand. There's something called channel red situations. It means maybe somebody is dragging you, or maybe there's a scandal that is involving your brand, or something in that line, right? So you need to respond, always show up, respond to all those comments, respond to all those messages. All of that will come in to help you, will come in to assist you so that you're able to manage your space properly. You don't want to be, you don't want you to be torn down as a brand. You don't want to be torn down as a business. You want to do what you need to do as at when you want to do it. Right? Okay, now the fourth step will be for you to pay attention to the analytics, right? Whether you are reaching your audience or not, that all will be revealed in the analytics part of your social media platform. Every platform has an insight part where you get to see the reach, you get to see the engagement, you get to see the follows, how many mentions did you have, how many people used your brand's hashtag, how do customers interact with your product, how do customers interact with your services. You want to see all of that in the analytics part so that you can get to judge, okay, am I making progress? Am I not making progress? But how will you know that if you don't pay attention to the insight parts of your social media platform? So that is where all of this information is going to get revealed to you, right? And again, advertising, which is the last one, you need to also run ads. Once in a while, you want to pay attention to how you want to reach a wider audience, way beyond just what your inner circle, your followers and the friends of your followers will offer to you. So you want to run ads, right, to a wider audience, those that are not following you, people that you just specify them under your audience, and then the system begins to reach out to them. So you can specify exactly who to display your ads to by choosing the right audience, right? You can choose people that watch football, people that love Coca-Cola, people that showed interest in this, people that people that visited this website. All of those can be programmed under social media so that it reaches them as at when they are online. And you can also create target audiences based on different things, like I mentioned, their demographics. You can just choose to focus on the male folks based on your products, or on the female folks, or on both. People that showed interest in football, showed interest in karaoke, showed interest in this, people that have different kinds of behaviors. All of that is what will give you advantage when you are trying to advertise on social media. Okay, so now what are the 5 core pillars of social media marketing that we just mentioned? So answer that question before we jump off. What are the 5 core we've shared? And this is time for questions. So ask us questions. If you have any questions, please ask questions. And please fill the form properly, fill the attendance form properly, so that you get to have your certificates come to you when you need them. And it will come to you without mistakes. All right. Yeah. Any questions? What are the 5 core pillars? Mention the one you know. We've mentioned 5. Mention the one you know. Anybody? Anybody? And follow us on social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And remember to learn some more. Remember to learn some more on learndigital.google.com/digital skills. All right. And follow us on social media. Let me get that link for you. What are the core pillars? Social media marketing for business not listed under the attendance. Please let me know what's to tick. It should be there. It should be there, but let me confirm. Okay, actually it's not there. So Sandra is going to look into that. Sandra is going to give you a response now. Okay, Sandra is going to give you a reply. It's not actually there. Okay, so follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on LinkedIn, so that you can get to see how we do what we are preaching. All right? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. And yeah, so this is a very big thank you to you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for spending this time with us to learn this early morning. So if you have any questions, I'm still here. Please ask a question. Wherever you didn't get clarity, please ask. Analytics, thank you so much. Tuki, I saw that. Thank you. Who else? The core pillars of social media. I hope you learned something. Please, if you did, please share something. Remember advertising. Remember planning and publishing. Which other one do you remember? Okay, maybe I should just show you again so that there'll be peace. 5 core pillars of social media. Advertising, analytics, planning, listening, and engagement. Ultimately, the strategy as well. Okay. Thank you so much for your time and everything. So looking forward to seeing you guys in our next session. Please remember to fill the attendance properly so that your certificate will not be around you. Okay. So it's been a great time with you guys. It's been a great opportunity speaking with you. And yeah, so thank you so much, and have the best of your day. Yes, I see all of that. Jalila and Tuki, thank you. Thank you, Jalila. Analytics, thank you so much. All right, so enjoy the rest of your day and have the best of it. Bye.